Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Just a few days ago, I did a video about The Last of Us television show being a potential disaster incoming because it's released in the middle of next month, which is only 5 or so weeks away. We'd barely seen anything about the show. We'd had a little teaser trailer and nothing else. But what we had seen is that there've been plenty of replacements from the video game in terms of characters. And it looked like the series was more interested in doing current day modern sensibilities, ticking boxes, pushing women to the forefront, pushing men back, etc., etc. Just done that video. And last night, a trailer. An official trailer for The Last of Us TV series dropped. And has there been any big difference? Do I feel any different than I felt a couple of days ago based off what I saw from the trailer? The answer is absolutely not. Now, there are things on the trailer which I think look good because they relate to the game. And said many times, I do love The Last of Us. The first game is really, really good because I think that game was made and written from a genuine perspective. It was about a father who was trying to connect with a surrogate daughter and a surrogate daughter who didn't want to connect to family in general because of the apocalypse and Joel losing Sarah at the beginning of the apocalypse, and just how broken these two people were and how they bonded and came together, so much so that at the end Joel really did see Ellie as his surrogate daughter and saved her life from the horrible fireflies who were retconned in the second game to attempt to be the good guys. They weren't. But the second game was a piece of dog shit, written from a poor place, a poor perspective, an ideological perspective, from an absolute knobhead called Neil Druckmann, who had bought into the scam of Anita Sarkeesian and bought into all this men bad, women great, pride flag, LGBTQ mafia, oh my godsies, transies, bansies, onesies, are just fucking pathetic. We're living in a pathetic timeline with pathetic people because there is a little speck on the west coast of America called California that thinks that the whole world should adhere to their politics. And they're just a degenerate bunch of fucked up, mentally ill, drugged up, doped up, homeless, shit on the streets, pieces of crap. And the sooner that place is Minecraft, the sooner the world could probably get back to being a more normal-ish place. I say ish on top of there. But people are just wanting entertainment. And what they're getting is activism. I keep wanting to say you know what I'm saying? Activism. And that's not what we want. And these murderers, rapists, pedophiles, druggies, alcoholics, these degenerates are trying to moralize and preach to us, the plebeians. So the great story of The Last of Us, one that everybody could relate to, a beautiful family tale of connection and how being together as a family is important, got pushed aside for roided up, angry, out of control, psychotic lesbians in a Seattle where somebody can't realize or understand why their mother and family, a new tribe who are just trying to survive in this world, won't accept their transisms. Oh my God! Jesus fucking Christ. These people look in a mirror once in a while and realize that they're a fucking joke. No, because it gets pushed everywhere. So in this trailer, this is an awesome looking visual of the world 15 years or so after the apocalypse, nature claiming it back. But what do we actually see? Well, in the show, which has 10 episodes, 5 of them have got Tess in them. And Tess was killed very early on in the game, but yet she's in half of the first series, which says to me that they're going to be doing a lot to push the female narrative in this. There's been extra characters put in. What are they going to push? I can almost guarantee you inclusion and diversity, masculinity, bad. But look at this image. What do we have here in this image? We got Tess front and center, Ellie behind, and Joel at the back. Like a good subservient cuck. Because that's what we get nowadays. And this is very much, you could say, well, you know, she's the guide. Joel's the guide as well. He's the guide as well. But this is just the kind of image which epitomizes the state that we're in at the moment. And then we have, you know, some of the flashbacks to when it broke out initially. Bella Ramsey, she's quite cringe-inducing in this trailer. She doesn't in any way, to me, embody Ellie whatsoever. Ashley Johnson, who did do the voice for Ellie, is going to be in a couple of episodes, you know, as a minor character. You know, that's obviously just a kind of prop, a kind of thank you and nod to the original voice actors. Troy Baker's going to be in there as well. But you know, Ashley Johnson did so much to personify and to give life to Ellie. And in this trailer, we just see, I don't know what the fuck Bella Ramsey's doing, but it doesn't in any way come across as Ellie. Just like Pedro Pascal doesn't come across as Joel. Because Pedro Pascal's a South American with a South American accent. And Joel's a Southerner. So trying to get Pedro Pascal to do this Southern accent just doesn't come because his South American nature just pushes through too much. So it feels like we're watching a cosplay and not an actual genuine attempt to put this show together. And my brother, who's a normie, he's got a family, you know? He's just a normie. He does normal stuff, normal day's work. He's not involved in the culture war or anything like that. He just wants, when he comes home, he just wants some food and wants something on the TV to entertain him. And even he was just like, Bella Ramsey's just the epitome, just the archetype of the NPC meme. She has no features. There is nothing which goes on here, which comes across in the trailer. And even though there's some nice visuals of the apocalypse, and we do get to see some of the additional characters from the games, we see a couple of new ones who I don't know what they're going to be doing. What's this fat Native American woman doing? And this is 15 years after the apocalypse. Where's she been storing all the food? I know some people are, that's a bit rich coming from you, Az. Look, we're not in apocalypse. We're in an abundance. We're in a crisis. To be honest with you, that's the problem. We got access to way too much. This is 15 years after an apocalypse. What's she been eating? But she's there to most likely emasculate Joel, tell Joel what to do so he doesn't have any agency of his own. And Bella Ramsey's there to look like the NPC meme. Jeez. Then we have, little snippets. Mr. Odenbeck. You know, there's some nice visuals in this. But I'm really kind of concerned about the story. The enhancements to the story that they're trying to put on. And we get one of the, grabby burster things at the end. And it would be nice if this was a good show, but I really do feel like, particularly with Neil Cuckman involved, who was just a piece of shit human being. And just with the way that he's so broken and lost now, just like most Californian men, just completely broken and lost. I feel like the show is just on a highway to nowhere. It's going to be on a highway to intersectionality. It's going to be on a highway to inclusion and diversity. It's going to be on a highway to reducing toxic masculinity. It's going to be on a highway of white man bad. It's just going to do all those fucking tropes, which I can guarantee they're going to whack in. So buckle up. I'm certainly going to be reviewing this. One of the things that was nice about that people have said was nice about the trailer was they played this rendition of Take On Me by Aha. Great tune, great band. And that, of course, is because Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2 plays Take On Me on the guitar. But I'm just going to end this with another song by Aha. Another great tune. And that is I Wish I Cared.